Hello and welcome to Double Hit. I'm Rob.
And I'm Harry.
No wait,
I'm Rob.
I'm Harry. Even us twins get confused. We give a fan's perspective on all things Scottish rugby. It's completely unfiltered. So if you enjoy this content, give us a like and subscribe and sit back and enjoy the show. Thank you.
Hello and welcome back to Double Hit. And this week we're going to be talking about the Champions Cup, Challenge Cup, a little bit of Scotland stuff, and then we're going to move on to Glasgow's big game against Connacht on Friday night, which we're going to win. Well, we'll actually talk about it.
We'll hope we'll win.
We'll hope we win. We might fucking not, because we said that about the Toulon game as well.
Yeah.
So obviously Champions Cup, it's the premier thing in rugby that we look forward to as a club competition.
Champions League final, isn't it?
It's essentially that.
With some South African teams randomly dumped in.
That jotted about the place. But I think it didn't live up to that.
Let's just be honest, it was a bit of a letdown.
Aye, both the games were shite, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, the Ulster-Montpellier game was
Blowout.
a fucking joke.
Like, I actually struggled to finish the game because it was such a slog to watch it. Ulster were so poor.
So poor.
They just honestly didn't look, they don't deserve to be in a European Cup final.
Well, it's got to be said, finish 9th in URC, does that warrant you playing? I mean, Montpellier, I think they're top 5 right now in the top 14. So does that warrant you playing in a Challenge Cup final?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it does.
Man, no.
Yeah, mate, you got to be asking, if you're an Ulster fan, you got to be asking serious bloody questions about what's going on there, where's the resources, because even over the summer they brought in Augustus from Northampton, number 8, who's been brilliant. They brought in Angus Bell, so they spend the money, but you got to be asking what the fuck is going on there for that to happen.
What was it, La Rochelle's like the only game they've won? They've had such a bad winning a streak of games. They beat La Rochelle and then they've just had so many losses.
They had their run
recently.
They've done their run alright, obviously in the Challenge Cup, but even losing to Glasgow, that shouldn't be happening.
We actually
we played
we got through there skinny up, man.
It was a brilliant game, to be fair. We didn't talk about it last week, but it was a brilliant game.
We'll get on to that.
That right at the end, right at the wire. But I think Ulster, they didn't really deserve to be there, and they showed why they're 9th in the URC.
Yeah.
I mean, what was it? Nearly 60 points.
Oh, terrible, man.
Over 60. That's just wild. In a final, we thought it was bad when we get fucking pumped off Toulon.
They were hosed.
That was even worse, and it was apparently like 39 degrees.
Oh, mate, 37 degrees at 8 o'clock at night.
So Northern Irish folk can't be doing well in that.
Montpellier guys will be used to that.
More versed.
Yeah.
And then
the Champions Cup final, man, it was like you want some form of, you want it to be competitive and for it to, potentially go back and forth. They're the best games in rugby. The best games in sport is when there's lead changes. And you expect that.
Not even one.
In the final,
one lead change.
Yeah, Leinster scored the first try and then Bordeaux just blew them.
And the game was done by half time.
Bordeaux are like, I don't think anyone was beating them, to be clear. I don't think
it's such a different force in Europe.
Don't know. It's weird.
So they're in like 7th in the top 14.
9 or 10 games they've lost in the top 14.
That's wild.
That doesn't sound right.
But when you look at Bordeaux's team compared to some of the other French teams, doesn't he look... the Leinster team arguably is a better team on paper than the Bordeaux team.
Is it just that French teams play better against their style?
Well, French teams Bordeaux just go for it. I mean, one of was it the third try? One of the tries, when they just cut them open, and you're like, how have you scored that?
LBB is just like the way that he scores these tries. He stepped Gibson Park and Gibson Park went absolutely flying into a different postcode.
But like we're saying, on paper, you'd think Leinster's team, it's a fucking Irish team. But so you think Bordeaux, they've got some good players, but we talk about how George Horn raises like 4 levels when he plays for Glasgow. Look at...
Oh, it's unreal.
He is... When he's playing 9 for Bordeaux, he's the best scrum half in the world.
I'd say he's better than Dupont right now.
When he plays for Bordeaux, because he was unbelievable. And you know what else about
the mullet?
I know. I think as well, Luka's kicking is
tremendous.
See, there was one, they got the turnover at one point on their own 5. Luka kicked out and went over the halfway line.
Aye.
And then his kicking from the deck as well.
Yep.
Strikes the ball beautifully. And you're just like, he is the point of difference in that team. So you've got Jalibert, you've got LBB there, but Luka is just on a different level when he's playing for Bordeaux.
Wookie's good as well, man, for Bordeaux.
But you're like,
but he doesn't even, he's not a bolt-on starter for France.
No one need it.
Yeah, but he's like having these performances for Bordeaux.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's a bit disappointed actually watching the game. Like
Leinster were rotten, man.
Well, it's not a good look for rugby, is it? You know, the pinnacle game in the sport, one that potentially will draw non-religious rugby fans to the sport, and they tune in and see that spectacle.
Great.
It's like the equivalent of watching the Champions League final. It's a 4-0.
Did that not happen last year?
I don't know, man.
I think it did happen last year. I think it actually was like 3-0 last year. Was it?
Yeah.
When PSG against Inter Milan.
You're right.
How the fuck did I know?
Well done. I know.
I think, but it is like if you clock in and you watch that, you're like, oh yeah, this is supposed to be the 2 best teams in Europe. That's quite shite, isn't it?
Leinster. I'm going to get so much, like, we obviously say these things, but Leinster aren't the second best team in Europe.
Leinster also had a easier run to it.
Yeah.
If you're telling me Bath played the final, it would be anything like that.
Yeah.
No chance. Or Toulouse.
I was getting knocked out really helped Leinster.
Well, Leinster had a really easy side of the draw.
Yeah.
Like, even if we don't have European pedigree.
Yeah.
Like the same way that Toulouse do. We don't have the depth that Bath does.
Yep.
So it's not like we were going to be a massive
Leinster
threat.
dodged the best 3 teams in Europe. Bath, Toulouse and Bordeaux.
Do you think Bordeaux deserved it? They beat the French champions, Prem champions, URC champions.
That's a good
beat all 3. So they are undeniably the kings of Europe for this. They beat all 3 of them in the lead up to it. Quarters, semis, finals. So you think about how hard their run was compared to Leinster. They had fucking Edinburgh
and that
too long, and then in the final against Bordeaux. You know, so it's a completely different run.
And you look at and that's actually a really good way to say it. Like, Bordeaux just deserve to win.
Definitely.
And that can maybe be a reflection of their performance in the top 14. You know, if their top 14 performances, they've been putting a lot of eggs in the basket for Europe, haven't they?
But that's a really good point. So we go on about how Glasgow or Bath or even Leinster can't do battle on 2 fronts. Bordeaux can't.
I know.
They can't do 2 fronts. So when when people say, the French teams have all this depth and they've got all this, Bordeaux aren't fighting on 2 fronts. They're prioritising the Champions Cup.
You'll probably find whenever the playoffs start in the top 14, Bordeaux will still get to the finals or something like that.
Maybe not, mate. Honestly, I don't know if they will.
Yeah. Maybe
their forms might not be great. They might not have. They'll be like, we've won the Champions Cup. What's the matter?
Yeah, true.
Or they'll get to the finals and then get pumped off fucking Toulouse again. Yeah. They'll have it harder route now because
the way how good our league is, isn't it?
It's
such a good league, man.
But mate, you look at the fans, the stadiums, and this will actually segue on.
Bringing us onto it.
But you look at the stadiums that they have, the money that goes into it, it's out of it. It's genuinely such a, not just for rugby, for all sport, it's just a cracking league.
We bit envious of it, man.
Really envious. And then that brings on, so I read an article this week and it made me think about on Scottish Rugby News from Rob Robertson, and
shout out,
talking about how we need our own home. And I don't think the whole point is, nothing says that more than all this shite going on with the Commonwealth Games.
So let's talk about this. Two boys from Glasgow, right? Potential venues and sites that we could use. Because realistically, I've seen some people talking on TikTok and stuff like that. They're like, we need a 25,000 seater, we need an indoor arena. Like, let's be realistic here, right? realistically, you want between a 10 and 15,000 seat stadium. You don't want a temporary one like the Hive because it doesn't look good. It's not going to draw people to the stadium. The Hive is a wee bit spoiled because they have the fan village from Murrayfield, so you can get all the amenities in there. So Glasgow, the Scotstoun situation is not sustainable. It's not. We cannot continue at Scotstoun.
It's just highlighted it in that they put down this track for the Commonwealth Games, state-of-the-art athletics track.
Yeah.
That's going to be that's probably got the shelf life of a decade.
Yeah.
So you're talking about a decade more
of temporary
stands, of being fucked about with the council of when we can.
We chatted about this though. Glasgow Life don't care about
the
Warriors.
Money. No, they don't give a shit about that. It's probably like a nice wee supplement for them, but they're council owned. They're not going to be like,
they're not money orientated the same way that like the Warriors want to be. You know?
So you look at the Crusaders' new stadium that they're going to be playing indoor, cracking stadium. I think it's only like 20,000.
You don't honestly like for the size of the sport in Scotland. You don't. I just don't feel like you need anything more than
10,000.
I think 10,000 would be perfect.
10,000 would be the best for Glasgow.
But where are you building it? Where are you getting the money from? Where are you building it? Where are you getting the amenities? Because Scotstoun has a half decent footprint where you have the fan bit, which is actually quite decent. Like that's
the hard bit is because
Firhill didn't have that.
No, and you got to think like, so how are you going to get the same footprint that Scotstoun has? And this is. But mate, ultimately, the SRU might just need to invest in it. And you think about the size of the SRU, right, and the amount of money they make from all the games.
Yeah.
Any company in the world that generates to say, we are not business people. We're too fucking idiots.
Speak for yourself.
I do actually have my own company.
Well, surely, like, you know, for example, if they did build a 10,000 seat arena, right, they can rent out for other sports, concerts, you know, they can use it for other things. It's an investment the SRU need to do.
And I'm not saying that we're anywhere near the level, but that's what happens in America now.
Yeah.
Every stadium that's built has actually got nothing to do with the football.
It's kind of like what the owner of the Bristol said, we're a marketing team that plays rugby. I mean, you would never say
80 points put on.
You would never say something like that, but that's almost like the business side of rugby that you need to think in terms of that. You need to think in terms of like, how can we generate wealth?
Well, you're talking about a team that consistently, I looked over, since 2020, we finished fourth or above every year.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking about, or maybe one of the years we didn't finish the top four, I've not got it in front of us, but you're talking about a team that consistently finishes in the top of the table, top half of the table anyway, that goes on and is even this year finishing first, looking at winning the league. If that's not investable for the club game, what the fuck is?
Also brings us on to a decent point, like the chat that's been around integrating the leagues. So that would be an incredible opportunity to build a new stadium as if we go into the English market.
Yeah.
Because you're going to sell out every game.
Well, you'll get all the away fans. Yeah, that's a big thing.
But again, if you're playing teams like Saracens and Bath and Bristol, you're going to sell out every single game.
Yeah, so, but you're also, the away fans is a big part. Right now, 5 of the teams are fucking Italy or South Africans. So no fans. Like, at least when the Irish teams come, they bring a contingent. But right now, like, because you're playing Italians who have no fans anyway, and the South Africans, you're not going to get anything.
Yeah.
So it's just, it's quite, you are right, but I also think there's that thing, like, if we had our own stadium and our own footprint and something to call our own, like, surely it will come.
Yep.
And you build it and they will come. I sound like a fucking Saudi oil lord.
A Roman. It's an investment for the future. You know, you build a stadium, it's not going to be... You need to... If SRU has ambition, they would build Glasgow Stadium with the vision of 10, 15 years' time.
It is hard because, you know, you look at the teams in France, like, they don't have football teams down the south of France, whereas Glasgow were dominated by the Old Firm. But then
Glasgow's still a city, like, you know, 750,000 people, 1 million in the kind of greater area. Like, we're not short of people to, come to the games. It's about branding and marketing it a bit better.
I hate to say it, but Scotstoun's a bit shit.
Yeah.
Like, Scotstoun's not great.
Yeah.
Like, and it isn't. And there's no ifs or buts about it. It doesn't look amazing. You've got a fucking stand that's on a track. It doesn't look amazing. Like,
the atmosphere can be a bit here or there. Whereas if because it's all broken,
Whereas if you had your own stand, your own stadium, it would be a bit of a game changer, I think.
Well, hopefully they, have a look at it and do come up with some form of investment.
Well, the top dog's gone off now, isn't he? Alex Williamson's away off on extended leave, and
is he?
I know no saying why he's off, gone on extended leave. So you're wondering like what's going on there. So who knows, man? Like, so and hope he's all right, and hope there's nothing serious there. But it's not great for Scottish rugby going the vision getting driven forward, and you just think we're not talking about a team that's finishing 9th or 10th. We're talking about a team that just topped the league first. So come on, man. Like, surely something's got to be different. They spent the money. I mean, the Hive is a fucking shite as well, but they spent the money on it.
Our average attendance this year is justifies our stadium as well. Like, it's close to 10,000 our average attendance over the year when you factor in Hampden. But you wouldn't need Hampden.
No, but I think they've moved it this year. And I think that's a great shout.
Yeah.
Great shout.
So much better.
Well, the back-to-back big stadiums it didn't work. I think this year or next year they will genuinely get a much bigger crowd.
But it shows that they are kind of listening then, and they do have the finger on the pulse a wee bit, but probably a wee bit more around the stadium kind of thing.
You just think it must have been showing up now with this Commonwealth Games. Like, the SRU are telling us, it's Murrayfield, or for the semis it will be great. And honestly, it probably will be quite good.
I think Murrayfield's a good option for the semis.
It's a bit of a leveller.
Yeah.
It's not our stadium.
I know, but all the boys are basically Scotland players.
I know, but I think it's
Edinburgh fans are going to show up.
The semi-final should be the semi-final should be in Scotstoun.
Yeah.
It should be.
And then the finals, Murrayfield final. If we get there, kind of is looking like it's going to be on the cards again, which is great.
I mean,
because surely, again, the SRU would just be like, to all these companies that do the turnaround, they'd just be like, we will throw money at you to work round the clock.
Labour. I'll come Labour.
I know.
Remember the NFL teams, or even I think some of the football teams got volunteers out to shovel snow. I'll fucking come help.
I know, because I don't want to go to Belfast.
Belfast is shocking.
I don't want to go to Belfast.
Or else you vacate it.
Aye.
So then it goes to Leinster. If they got to it. So another fucking Aviva Stadium number. It's shocking. So anyway, obviously we need to get to the bloody finals first. Then we're not going to talk us up again because we're coming up against Connacht. We look like we have the better side of the draw. Looks like Bills Munster in South Africa. So if we beat Connacht, it would be Bills here, which would be all right for us, I think, after last time. But mate, Connacht's no easy number, man. They're looking shit hot right now.
I want it to be, we beat Connacht, we beat Munster, and then we beat Leinster.
Do the Irish number. The Irish treble.
That would be tremendous.
I don't see Munster beating the Bills away, but
mate, they can. The thing is, the Bills fans are going to show up for this game.
They'll show up for South Africans.
They'll show up for half time. Connacht, they are looking good. They've been on a decent run since the turn of the year. That's the concerning thing is
they're going to look naughty next year, man. With Frawley at 10.
I know, mate. I think, and they've got Stuart Lancaster.
He's some coach,
great coach. They're very well coached. Outside of us, they could be the best coached team in the URC.
I think Stuart Lancaster going there. Fuck. It's father-son combo, innit? And it just popped in my head there, father-son.
Do you think Dan will throw it?
He don't have him on, man. He'd throw it anyway. I think Connacht, genuinely, that is not going to be an easy game.
No, it's going to be a good game.
It's going to be a hard game on Friday.
I think we're not getting Gregor Brown back, which is a big loss, but there is a possibility that Dobie and Fagerson are back.
We've recorded this on Tuesday, so we're not sure about what's coming out yet, but there's a chance of...
That'd be great news if they were to come back for it.
What the fuck, man? Gregor Brown came back and then twists his calf straight away.
It's rugby, innit? At the end of the season, their bodies will be...
Wait, did you see something on Cummins there? Is he supposed to be back?
Nah, I didn't see anything about Scott Cummins being back. There were only 3 players that were potentially going to be back, and you're telling me Gregor Brown's been ruled out.
I don't think he's in the contention at all for Friday.
Nah, I've not seen anything for
Hugh Jones is still out.
Yeah.
He's not trained last week. He might be training this week, don't know. Jamie Dobie and Matt Ferguson have, so that's very promising.
Well, the BBC reported that Jamie Dobie could be playing at standoff.
I saw that report.
Terrible.
Very, very accurate. I was going to say as well about the Edinburgh boy, Higgins, that's came over. Like Edinburgh have signed him, but he's just fucked his shoulder, man. So it looks like a long time he's going to be off for as well. I probably won't see him until like November.
Shoulder injuries are
brutal.
Complicated.
Shoulders, knees.
Doesn't really matter. It won't be. Edinburgh just have short seasons anyway.
They'll be out the league by then anyway.
None to play for. So predictions for the weekend then? What are you thinking?
I think it'll be tight, man. I'll have a better idea once the team's released. But still no Brown, still no Cummins.
Connacht have a
still no Williamson.
Pack, man.
I know, but you're like still no Max Williamson, still no those three engine room boys that we rely on. Matt Ferguson might be back, but
Connacht beating us away though is going to be a massive upset. Massive upset. I'm going to say we're going to win between 5 and 10 points.
I'm going to say Glasgow 25, Connacht 20.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to say, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if me and you are sitting here next week.
It's going to be a nice night.
We're out the fucking league.
I'd say I'm like 70-30.
I mean, the Ulster game looked a lot more promising.
But we still didn't look pre-Six Nations Glasgow.
And Ulster were clearly, the barometer has been re-established on Ulster because they looked extremely poor against Montpellier.
So did we just scrape by?
Against a really poor team?
I'm a bit. That's the thing that concerns me more than Connacht is our own performance. We've not played well since post-Six Nations.
Leinster
was a good game, but it wasn't a full sign and dance in Leinster.
Nah, we've not played great against them. So hopefully we look like we can hit. Well, we looked good, all right against Cardiff. But I think we need to get that intensity back. They've been off. They've basically been off
3 weeks now.
2 weeks, but they obviously had the semis off, so they've had a good break now.
Yeah, so
coming in fresh, being re-established, and we can actually eke out a result here.
Yep.
Get us to Murrayfield against the Saffas or Munster and see how we go for there, man.
And we'll be there on Friday night, and we will see you next week. Hopefully, talking about. Looking forward to the semi-final, hopefully at Murrayfield against Munster or the Bulls. Hopefully. So, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week. Enjoy your week. Enjoy the sun. Don't get bloody burnt.
Put sun cream on.